that a few people didn't come tonight because we had 125 people. And I thought, we're going to be out in the parking lot if we get any bigger.
Wine and food and they'll come.
Absolutely. Wine and chocolate, and they will absolutely be here.
Good news travels.
For those of you that have not been to one of our design workshops before, I'm Betty Anderson, and I own Fun Finds and Designs with my better half, Terry. And most of you probably know Terry a whole lot better than you know me because I'm in and out of the store quite a bit. And actually, this has happened twice to me, but it happened again last week. I was moving some stuff around, and a lady came in and she said, "Oh, I haven't met you before. Are you new here?" And I was like, "Well, not exactly." But welcome, everybody. I'm very, very excited tonight. I've got a couple of announcements I want to make before we get started with our main attraction. The first thing I want to do is introduce you to our newest member of the Fun Finds family, and that is Diane Graves. Come on up here, Diane. Diane started with us just a week ago, and we're very, very excited. And this is called the Baptism of Fire. But she's been in the design business her whole career, whether it be fashion design or home decor design. And she's owned her own business, and she's done merchandising for other furniture stores and interior design shops. So we feel very, very blessed to have her as part of Fun Finds. And a lot of the new displays that you're going to be seeing as you come in is going to be a result of this lady here. And so we're very, very happy, and we'd like to give her a warm welcome. I would like to introduce you to Natalie Durham. She is the wonderful lady that gave us the chocolate fountain tonight. Wow. And she has arranged it to eat catering service. She's part of my SECBN networking group, and she's done many, many catering events for us and with us. And so we felt really fortunate to be able to have her help us out tonight. And I'm very excited tonight because this young lady was recommended to me by Linda Lully, who is, I call her my business partner. She's our marketing director, basically. And she told me about this young lady who's in Roswell, who is a floral designer that works with a lot of designers in the Alpharetta and Roswell area, and the beautiful arrangements that she's done. And so I thought, what a perfect segue into spring and getting past the winter months and freshening up your house and bringing in beautiful flowers from the outside and entertaining again and really just, getting off to a great start for the spring season. I'd like to introduce you and get her started because I know she's got some fantastic ideas, and I'm really excited. So come on up. Colleen has been interested in floral design since she was in high school, and she told me. 5 years ago. And on her blog, on her website, which is a beautiful website, she talked about how when she was a girl, she used to love to plan parties in her mind, and she would pick out everything from the china to the floral to the tablecloths, even when she was a kid. So this has kind of been in her blood for a long time, and she's made a career out of it now, and so we're just extremely excited to have her here tonight. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Colleen. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you to Fun Finds and Designs for inviting me, and to Linda Lilly for hooking us up. This is a really exciting night for me to be able to do this for y'all, and for you all to be here for me. And nothing aside from my children makes me happier than doing this. So I hope you guys enjoy what we're doing tonight. What we're going to do is I work with silks, I work with fresh flowers. I do holiday decor. I actually go into people's homes and do all of their holiday decor, their designer trees if they want that, the banisters, everything. I do outdoor potted springtime, fall type arrangements. I can do traditional, whatever everybody likes. My fun stuff is when somebody says, just do whatever you want. I don't necessarily believe that flower arrangements have to be symmetrical, but I do believe they have to be balanced. And I'll explain what I'm talking about as we go along, and especially when we get into the fresh flowers. I'll kind of tell you all what I'm talking about. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart. This is something that maybe some of you might do to put on your table. This is something that I've walked into my friend's house and seen it done like this and said, can I take that home and redo it? So just... I'm not kidding. I've actually done that. And they're still speaking to me. But what we have here is we do have the basket. And we've got... I just pulled a bunch of... Springtime to me, I love purples and I love greens and I love cream colors. And you really need to decide what colors you like and what makes you happy and what goes with your home. And that's how you start the process of pulling this stuff together. So I generally go into my supplier. And again, you can go into your favorite shop and just kind of walk around. And I start walking around and I just start picking flowers up. And I'm the lady in the store walking around like I'm getting married. And I'm doing this. And I'm looking. And that's how you kind of build your colors and where you're going to go with it. And then you build off of that. So these are a bunch of hydrangea, and we've got some peonies here. These are all silks. These are not fresh. And this is going to be our base right here. So we're going to take all this out. Now remember what it looked like before, okay? Because when it's done, it's going to look like something totally different. We've got some different greens. Honestly, these are just little sprigs from my studio that I picked up. I've taken stuff out of old arrangements that still look fresh. I've had to throw 75% of the arrangement away when it's old and dusty and you just can't clean it anymore, or if you just want something new. But there's usually something left in there that you can pull out and just get your wire cutters out and just snip it, and then you've got a new piece of foliage or something to use. And that's basically what these are. These are just from my studio that have been sitting there for a while, and I thought, well, let's use them tonight. I'll push down as far as let you go, and then it's going to lock it in there for you. That's the great thing about working with styrofoam. You don't have to tape it down, glue it down. In most cases, it's going to stay. So then we're going to start, and we're just going to try to pick, I like to pick usually one of the bigger ones to start with. Now, the great thing about styrofoam is you can stick it in there. You can hot glue it if you want, but hot glue and styrofoam don't always work really well. It kind of disintegrates and pops back up. It'll work for a little while, but eventually it's all going to come out. But these have wires in them, so it's going to be easy just to pop it in there and let it stay. So we're just going to, before I cut it, I think I'm going to start right here. Just push it on down. I hope my table doesn't collapse, because that would be hilarious. Okay, so we're going to start right there. I may not end up there, but that's where we're going to start. You have to have a starting point, and don't be afraid to just jab it in there and start, because if you sit there and try to overthink it, you're going to just get overwhelmed. At least I would. I just start and go. One thing I want to, that I like to make sure that you're doing is, this is where the balance comes in. One may be low, one may be high, one may be out here, one may not. As long as you're balancing color and texture, that's what I'm talking about with the balance. It's Christmas, it's the holidays. You know, don't be afraid to deck the halls. I mean, don't just deck one hall. I deck the whole house out. It's everywhere. All right, so we're going to add this little guy right here. Again, trying not to bust the table. And you can also take a little knife and score a hole in there, and sometimes that'll help too. I'm going to stick him in here. And now he's in a tree.
That is cute. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. You know, nature created every flower different, and they do all tell you kind of where you want to go. And when I'm working with fresh flowers, you know, when you're arranging a fresh flower and you put it in the vase and it's leaning all the way this way, it's telling you that's not where I belong. I belong more in the middle, so I can open this up for you. So that's what I'm saying. So, you know, when you're doing this and you're kind of looking for balance and you're looking for not symmetry, but you want it to look the way you want it, just kind of let them know, you know, it lets you know where it wants to go. I'm going to take a little bit of the raffia here, and we're just going to make a simple little bow and kind of stick it off to the side in the front just to add a little draping coming down this way. Okay, so we're just going to trim this up a little bit. And there we go. Does it look a little different than when we started? Yes. You want to hold it up? Can everybody see it? Okay. There we go. And this was mostly with stuff that was just kind of lying around the house. But I hope it gives you an idea of how you can take the things that you think you have to do with the flowers and create whatever you want. It doesn't have to be cookie cutter. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You could add a bird. You could add a nest. You could add, I don't know, a rabbit. Put a rabbit in there. So, okay, so this is where it goes to when I was talking to if you are throwing a dinner party or having some ladies over for tea or mimosas or wine or whatever. If you're sitting on the back patio and just enjoying your friends or your family, this is a really easy thing to do to, you know, add another visual element to, rather than just going and getting a grocery store bouquet of flowers and sticking them in a clear vase, which is fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm here to give you other ideas and try to inspire you to do a few different things. So that's what this is going to be. Just some beautiful yellow roses. And then I also have, if they survived the trip, some variegated Sonia roses, which I love. Love the smell of roses. So we're going to use these. Let me get them out. They've been patiently drinking back here.
Not the wine, I hope.
Not the wine, yeah. There'll be red roses soon. Okay. Like this one. This is a good one right here. Just like that.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to add that in. That's just going to give a little bit more of a natural element to it. And we're going to take, that's a little bit too much of a fork. For my liking. If you like it, put it in. Let's see. We're going to do this little guy right here. We'll add him right here. Just going to put those down in there. Okay, so here's another quick tip while I'm putting these in here. If you ever are doing some flowers, having a party or whatever, just because you want to cheer up your own day and, you know, buy yourself some flowers. I've done that a million times. If you buy greens and you get them home and they seem dry, especially the hardy, leathery, the ruscus leaves or just the regular green ones, take them by the stem, dunk them in a bucket of water in your sink, run them under, and shake them out. They plump up immediately. Can't take credit for that tip either. I think that was part of my YouTube rampage. But it does work. I've tried everything I'm telling you. I have tried. Okay, we're going to, now that I haven't been looking at the front, now we're going to fill in just right here, and then we'll be done.
Very pretty. Very nice.
And I'm a perfectionist and want one more rose right there, but since I don't have one, just picture one there.
Oh,
It smells so pretty. I'm going to tell you, these are Trader Joe's. Those are pretty. These are Trader Joe's. So, you don't have to have designer access to get good flowers. You just kind of have to start.
yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's how I arrange.
And what I usually do, when I'm arranging flowers loosely like this, I just cut the bottoms. I don't cut drastically, and I just start putting them in. And then I start pulling out and arranging and going from there. And you'll notice I'm kind of OCD because I always do this. It's like, do you ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond where he always did this with his food? That's me with flowers. I'm always like, but I just want to make sure that I'm not cutting, you know, where I'm cutting. So we're just going to stick these in here, and then we're going to go back and arrange. Now, I chose this really beautiful filler because I think the colors really pop on each other. And then I've got 3 more, and I'm going to cut these just a little bit lower so they'll support those. And then once we add the filler, it'll all hold it in place. Especially if you're going for that really natural outdoor look, these don't all have to be balanced as much. You kind of want it to look like you went out and picked this in this beautiful garden that you have out back that we all wish we had.